Hi, this is Jamie Davis.
And I'm Scott Baceno. This is the recap.
So over in the US, it's been a busy week for Verizon as it finally exits the cloud business.
Bye-bye.
The first bit of business has been bubbling away in the background, but it's finally sold 29 data centers to Equinix for $3.6 billion.
Dollar bills, y'all.
The second bit was a bit more surprising as it sold its cloud and managed hosting business to IBM.
It's a deal.
After buying cloud services business Terramark for $1.4 billion in 2011, Verizon never really looked in the running. As AWS, Google, Microsoft and IBM all started spending big on acquisitions and development, Verizon never really threw any weight behind its own enterprise unit. It just looks like this was a tale of diversification which failed pretty spectacularly.
Meanwhile, it was another tough week for Ericsson over in Europe as it had its credit rating downgraded to junk status by Moody's. No! This is the first time in 12 years it's had that bad thing happen to it, and it seems to be the result of a recent spate of bad quarterlies and its strategic announcement, which basically amounted to, we're going to keep cutting until we start making a profit.
Good luck with your layoffs, all right? I hope your firings go really well.
In fact, there was a statement from the Moody's downgrade that said, a strategy premised primarily on cost cutting is not sustainable over the long run and could also hamper the company's competitiveness.
Sometimes you gotta do the right thing, even when the wrong thing would be a whole lot easier.
They haven't been downgraded by the other big rating agency, Standard & Poor's, yet, but that could just be a matter of time. Ericsson might get some consolation from the fact that its big rival Nokia already has its credit at junk status by both agencies. However, that rating's been moving in the right direction recently, and it could be moving back up to investment grade before long.
One of us is in deep trouble.
So there's been more activity in the 5G market in the US this week. T-Mobile, that's the country's third biggest player at the moment, has announced a very ambitious scheme to build out a 5G network by the end of 2020, starting in 2019. This comes not that long after rival AT&T announced its own plans for 5G. Those were widely derided, however, because it seems to be attaching the 5G label to what's effectively a 4G service.
I trusted you.
And some analysts I've spoken to say the T-Mobile plan does sound technically feasible. The equipment should be ready in 2019, so there's a possibility they can actually have a nationwide network done by 2020, but this is going to bring huge cost challenges, obviously. Even though they're planning on using a lot of the lower band 600 megahertz spectrum they picked up during a recent auction, the cost could still be similar to what AT&T spent on its own 4G 700 megahertz based rollout, which an Ovum analyst estimates to be about $25 billion.